you got some customers, ladies. Hey, got you. Yeah, I got you good. $5. It's only $5. It's a good picture. What do you say? $3.69, okay, just for you. $3.69, give it, $3.69.
No, we're in a hurry. Could you just fill it up, please?
I'm gonna service you real good, man. You don't like it? Mm-hmm. You like me, don't you? I'll do whatever I want here in my place. In the Bible, you read it, goddammit. You too good for me, huh? You too good for me? Come on, get the hell out of here. I'll take care of you. Take you down right here, cowboy.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? That seems to be the question, all right? It's been a standoff all damn day. You shit. You know, some of the boys are saying we ain't gonna fight. Could just settle this whole business with a little high-stakes poker. Wouldn't that be a sight? Don't you fellas sit in the middle of this field? Drawing cards, huh?
I realize I don't deserve to be congratulated. None of us do.
What's he doing?
Let's speak.
You know what you committed us to, sir?
Yeah, I know exactly what I committed us to.
With all due respect, sir, next time you want to make a major policy departure, you might want to discuss it with your national security advisor first.
We did discuss it, Jack.
We discussed it in private, which is where I thought it would remain.
Well, now it's public. Now it's policy. Get behind it.
The Allies are going to be very upset they weren't consulted about this.
Hey, did I tell you that my son's going to Stanford?
No, that's great.
Oh, great. Great for us and great for him. Cough again.
Great school.
Everything looks good.
Your face is close to my face. Do you have to breathe right up my neck?
Sorry?
I was trying to find the tenor of this new thing that we are doing. So I went to the Viennese thing, and it brought to mind my dear friend Irwin Keyes, who died July 8th last year, 2015. My friend. We had such a good time. We knew each other from 1976 in New York City. I remember he was a big man, and he went up the stairs, Sheridan Square. We lived in the West Village. I actually lived in the East Village for a while, but I remember his ass actually. Me here, he's waddling up the stairs. I said, this is a man I want to know. This is a man who has something for me. And I do not mean that in any way with man on man. I liked him, is the point. And he liked me. And we used to do all sorts of things together. One of our favorite things was the Z, the German Z stuff. It went like this. So now I drop this accent. And by the way, this Viennese accent is actually very authentic because my mother and my father came on the Queen Mary from Vienna. They were the last people to go on the Queen Mary. That is a fact, and actually, my mother said she was very seasick. My father had no problem. She had no problem at all. He ate all the good food, you know. It infuriated her. However, I'm just kind of going along in my mind. You could say perhaps it has to do with the marijuana, over the years, or it's just my personality. My personality, you see, I am actually, and I don't know if you know this, an actor. I play the National Security Advisor in Air Force One with the Harrison Ford. I've done all these government people. These people, these strong type people. And I can do it. But as I've gotten older, I like to be more stupido. I like to be more funito. I like to be out of my gourd. And this is what I'm going to bring you into the me. Because the me has so many people, I don't even know what I'm doing. However, let's go back to Irwin and the Z game. I've got to drop this accent. It's part of me. And sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Anyway, let me see if I can go into my normal speaking voice.
Well, hello there, Sonny.
No, that's not it. What can I do with this? It's taking me over like, I don't know. Not like Kurt Weill. I don't know what it's doing. Let me shut the you-know-what up for a moment.
Well, hi. How are you?
Anyway, Irwin Keyes. This is some of the stuff we used to do. How are and Z, you and Z, today and Z? I hate and Z, you and Z, you fat and Z, pig and Z. And he would do it with me. I don't know why I'm thinking of him, but the Vienna and the thing it brought to me. But you know, he and I were such good friends. And we were actors. We weren't up for the same parts. But you know, actors are little competitive rats sometimes. There are a few angels, but they're very far and few between, and don't let anyone ever tell you that I'm incorrect. But Irwin and I were friends. And sometimes we would do not nice things to each other and say things that were not nice. But then one of us would say to the other, take that back. Take that back. And Irwin, he had a big, deep voice. I take it back. And I would do the same with him. Do you know what I'm saying? I would take it back. But anyway, he died. And for about a year and a half, he was in the rest home. He would always say to me and another dear friend of his, Ron Sofer, who is a delight. He's just such a delight. No, he's a very funny man. He said to me and to Ron, he said, you know, if you were in my position here, you couldn't do it. You couldn't take it. And that's the fact. The man was brave. And you know something else? You know what they say, you know, the good die young? And when they say, wait a second, they say, he did his journey. Do you know what I'm saying? He did his journey well. Irwin, God bless him, I miss him so much. He did his journey well. And if anybody can say that after, you know, we go, they say about me, I say, well, he did his journey somewhat well. Sometimes he did it well. And it makes me almost cry because, you know, I'd like to do it a lot better. And I could blame all sorts of people or circumstances, but, you know, it becomes our own individual thing to do the journey well. Anyway, Irwin, I miss you, baby. And you did it well. He said, I hope that I haven't hurt anybody. I said, you motherfucker, you hurt me? No, but he didn't hurt me much. He didn't hurt me much at all. He was a beautiful guy, and his spirit lives on. Now, I don't know where this goes from Vienna. Oh, I see it. Then it went to the Z game with Irwin, and then it went to Ron, and then it went to life and death. Right? Now, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know. But it has to do with life, and then out of my brain, I'm saying, and show business? wait a second. Is show business life? I don't necessarily think it is, even though what are actors and writers doing and directors? We're hopefully showing life, we're elucidating life. It has its purpose. To me, it has its purpose if it gets to you, if it changes you, or if it's funnier than shit, if it makes you laugh, like Charlie Callis, or Will Ferrell, I love you, baby. Jerry Lewis. And I love the fact, because I've noticed this about myself too. Look me up on IMDb. But the reason I say that is you'll see all the different kind of roles I've done. But look at Robert De Niro. From Taxi Driver to Analyze This. And as he's gotten older, he loves comedy. He can do everything. But you see, I feel very much the same way as I've gotten older. I like to laugh and I like to cry. But saying, C-Spot run, President, C-Spot run, CIA director, or I'll cut your throat, you motherfucker, as the bad guy. Or, it's kind of time to go, see, that gets to me. Because I don't know why. It releases. See, the bells. It releases. See, we have to release. Get away from our Gucci's. Get away from our BMW and Rolls-Royce Verdinkels. Verdinkel, by the way, is a very favorite name of mine. I've written things with the character Verdinkel. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm doing what do you call it?
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness. By the way, the man who just spoke, and he is a man. He's a man's man. His name's Rick Eisenstein.
Hey, Richard.
And he and I, he's younger, but how dare he be younger? No, he's younger. He's also rather good looking. How dare he? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, we were actually introduced by Ron Sofer. Anyway, I'm glad that we're doing this. I think it's time to take the lid off of my personality. I want the world to know, or get another glimpse. Let's move away from Tom Everett, RCA album, Porch Light On in Oregon, and Dances with Wolves. And let's go to the Verdinkel state of mind. That's what I want to share with you. And also, we can get into other things as these episodes continue, like, what do I think of Donald Trump? What do I think of John Kasich? But that's another time, okay? This is simply to introduce you to me. I think it was Heidegger, the philosopher, who said, within a matter of seconds, he used a phrase, I don't know, actualize, factualize. In other words, within several seconds of meeting somebody, you put them, into a category, right? Now, and that, a lot of people do that. And just because people do that, and I do it too, but it doesn't mean that I'm right or they are right. So then you kind of try perhaps to change their minds, and that's sometimes, with the grace of God, effective. But a lot of times it's really no, baby, I got it the first time. I got it the very first time. I'm putting you in here. I don't know where that person came from. I don't know what part of the country. But anyway,
So this, and that is very sad that people do that to each other. But there's a lot more to people than just someone else's opinion of them. I think it's very important to do your own thing, baby. To believe in yourself, to pray, to ask for forgiveness, because we always sin, that we ask forgiveness. And to forgive. It's one of the hardest things to do, in the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. I mean, gee, that is so hard. Especially when they're all going, and you're going, oh, you go. Instead of going, one more. So all of that is part of me. And my music is all part of me. I don't know if you ever listen to Still Waters, that's an independent CD, or any of my other music, but that's of my soul. And I think, let me just say how grateful I am professionally. Not for people who dislike me or find me obnoxious or whatever, but the people who have actually accepted me, love my work. I'm talking about people like Kevin Costner, Wolfgang Peterson, John Lee Hancock, who I've worked for several times, and the list goes on. So anybody who's done that is just, to me, and the same thing with my friends. Irwin, any of my friends back east, my friends here, my friends wherever. So I'm grateful for all of that, and I hope to get to know you people too somehow, but not too much. But I hope that you get to know me, and I can give you some pleasure, some fun, maybe some insight, some stories, which some of the showbiz stories, let alone other parts of life, are really fun and interesting. Do you know what I mean? Because I have worked with a lot of interesting people on Broadway, off Broadway, movies, television. But anyway, I hope that we can have this. What was that? The Carol Burnett song?
Oh.
What?
Will we meet again, or?
Yeah. Until we meet again. Whatever. You just took me out of my thing. I don't know who you are.
God damn you,
that's
son.
that's Rick. I forgot. No, he took me out of my thing. My thing was so beautiful, and then he reduced it to SHI. And there's CSI, there's CSI and SHI, and you just reduced me to SHI. But I forgive you. I'm trying to wrap this up.
That's very divine of you.
I'm trying to put a bow. I'm trying to put a bow on this episode. To me, this episode is the introduction, the hello that I am so happy to do. Hello, Rick and I were talking about this, and actually finally we're doing it. Why are you so far high up there? Huh? Hello.
Perspective, in a word.
Oh, perspective. Yes. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp. But anyway, I think that's it. I don't know what else there is to say at this particular moment, but you know what? God willing, there will be a lot more of this. You lucky sons of bitches. You're so lucky. You're so lucky to have this hunk. Look at that. This. I welcome you into my mind, and I thank you for inviting me into your living rooms Ta-ta for now.